press the button? Why did you press the button?
You told me to... Alright, what's up, YouTube? This is three guys being loud and ignorant. And,
better than last time.
And we're here to do a short, we promise to keep this one short, Bioshock review. Bioshock Infinite review. Game came out today, so we want to know. Everybody's gotten to get their hands on it, play it a little bit. What we mainly try to focus on is we're looking at this, and at this time where everyone's playing Black Ops 2, it's why should you stop playing Black Ops 2 or stop playing, if you're a PS3 owner, the new Skyrim DLC or anything else that you're playing. If you just got God of War, why should you stop playing God of War and start playing Bioshock? So, Patak, what do you think?
Well, I'm not exactly sure that you should, but a lot of people do. I think that personally, the game seems like it's pretty good. As far as it looks pretty, the story seems really interesting. But I think the biggest appeal to it is.
Are you fucking kidding me? What are you?
Yeah. Are we going?
All right, yeah, we're going.
All right. Boop. Take two.
I got nothing.
Oh man, so Bioshock Infinite, the question we have, which is kind of different from the review, why would you play this as opposed to like Black Ops or something? If you want a real safe modern RPG, at the end of the day, in my opinion, with all the genres that I have listed that nobody knows or keeps up with now, it's a Western RPG. But unlike Western RPGs like Skyrim, like Fallout, which is really similar to, it's the main point of it is a story. That's the main thing they want to get to you in the gameplay, is really the story. It doesn't have hard gameplay, it doesn't have anything different, doesn't anything difficult, different, no real gimmicks or anything. It's just like you have a gun, you have some melee stuff, you have some magic. The main thing they want you to focus on is the story. Why do they put it to you in this as opposed to like a JRPG style? Because they're giving you an American story, a Western story. They're giving it to you in a Western environment. So why not present it in a fairly common Western genre, which is a shooter, which gives something that a lot of people are really attracted to and they'll really focus on. They could take the same thing and put it in, an action RPG like Star Ocean, for example, or maybe a Tales, and it wouldn't work. The exact same
because
people.
Those games are butt cheeks.
I'm offended by that. But for everything they have in there, yeah, actually they would be. I will agree with that just for that alone. Because it's not the same audience. Again, the audience they're looking for is, well, I could go real specific and say Southerners. Because with all the stuff they did right, which, mind you, this is the first Bioshock that I looked at for more than 5 minutes, with the graphics, with the dialogue and the script, it's real easy to tell that it was in some either, I said future, come to find out it's an alternate past of the South, where they clearly tell you it's in Columbia. I could easily guess South Carolina, with the very obvious dialect, and, well, I have to say dialect, I can't think of the other word. Real obvious dialect, and the fact that we start out going after some coons.
Yeah.
So they do everything to get, they do everything right to present everything they want to. They have, again, good graphics to let you'll notice very shortly that, hey, everybody's kind of the same. They dress the same. They have the same old-fashioned clothes from like maybe 1800s or so. It's real ambient sounding, real dry, but everything you hear sounds like Dixieland-ish, stuff you'd expect to hear from that era. It's just, they do everything to capture the atmosphere really well. And again, they're not trying to really suck you in with the gameplay. They just want you to focus more on the story.
Okay.
That's pretty much how I feel like they came across.
Alright. Well, with my personal experience for the game, I was real excited about Bioshock Infinite. I loved the original Bioshock. I even dare say I liked Bioshock 2. I liked the gameplay. I liked Rapture. I'm not saying that I don't like Columbia. I am saying that this game is definitely a detour from traditional Bioshock play.
I mean, wasn't the other Bioshocks you're in like some kind of aquarium underground with like this big daddy dude or something? Yeah.
But I mean, like, I liked the suspense of Bioshock. Like, I like that feeling that any moment something's gonna jump out at you, and you're gonna have to respond. I mean, I suppose I could just go play Silent Hill, but like, I don't know.
Oh, you mean a survival horror?
Survival horror.
Something this game isn't?
But if you play any of the other Bioshocks, it kind of plays like a survival horror.
This game seems a lot like the original Bioshock to me, and that's probably why I kind of like it. I didn't really like 2 so much, but 1 was pretty good. But it seems exactly like, you know, the sequel to 1. What should have been the sequel to 1, but instead of going into a tiny hole and going down, they went into a tiny hole and went up into the sky, both into isolated worlds to be stuck doing whatever they have to do until they come out. With twists, of course, and you know, but like I was saying, it's very similar to the first one, and but it seems like a good time.
Well, like a few other things, because I like the game. I'm enjoying playing it. You know, this is spoiler-free review because we're not done with it yet, so we only have limited experience with it. But
Wait, so I actually didn't spoil anything?
no, you didn't spoil anything.
Cool, because I didn't know anything coming into this game. Everything I figured out was just sitting here like, hey, it's obvious.
But
They did a good job.
I like some things that I didn't like. I don't like the drop of the multiplayer. So now I was talking to Dogi about it, and he says that, you know, Bioshock 2's multiplayer wasn't actually all that good. And
I mean, was it Black Ops?
it's not Black Ops. Okay, this is what I'm saying. This is a game that's been pushed back 3 times before it was released. So what reason was it to be pushed back? Was it so it could add move support?
I hope not.
Okay, so I mean,
that was a waste of time.
Yo.
I know it's Bioshock and everybody plays Bioshock for the single player experience, but with today's genre of games, people want more for their money. They want more than 12 hours of grinding. You know, I'm going to push through it. Yeah, they have some promises, you know, of some DLC for additional single player DLC, but I mean, even after that comes out, what's going to happen to Bioshock Infinite? And you're just going to be done.
Yeah.
So $60 and I'm not saying that it's not worth the money, but I'm saying that the argument could be made that some people could feel without a multiplayer, it's not exactly worth the money. And
that's why they need to go over to Infinity Ward and give them some money.
And 3 delays just so we can play with this motion control. You know, I have to say, I played the game with the move, and personally, I like playing shooters with the move. I feel that it's a more smooth and fluid gameplay experience. Because you can just aim and shoot, and you know, to melee you punch, which makes you feel like you're actually doing something, which is cool. But it just, again, it feels like a mechanic that they're trying to force into a game, not a game that's designed to really fully take advantage of this technology. I mean, the move's been around now for a couple years. I got it at release, but I'm
sorry.
I have yet to play that game that was supposed to satisfy me and make me happy that I made this purchase. And it's supposed to be sorcery, and yeah, we're not going to get started on that. So maybe with the PS4, maybe this is just sitting there. So stop delaying our games for just to add in some whack motion based control.
I mean, that's what we got Wii's for, right? Oh wait.
So,
how about Dogi?
So,
Name the best thing and the worst thing about the game.
Best thing in the world. The best thing about the game is it's safe. I say that because I know a lot of people who base their games, especially RPGs, which I'm still saying this is an RPG first, adventure second. They base their RPGs off of their story. It's good that it's safe because, again, it doesn't detract from the story.
Yeah.
You're not going to get turned off by bad gameplay mechanics. It's a simplistic shooter. The worst part about it, and this is really just a personal preference, it's just really minimalistic sound wise. Actually, I can say I don't like the sound in general. I'm the kind of person who likes themes, even if you're traveling in the streets and there's nothing playing, which happens in the game. But I don't like how there's some parts where they try to give you audio cues for enemies, but it doesn't match up to their distance or their location. And I mean, we played a little bit with surround sound, but you'll hear somebody shout, and it'll sound the same whether they're next to you, couple rooms away, below you or above you. I kind of noticed that, and I think that's something that drives me up the wall.
Yeah, and with the way games are made now and the amount of money you spend on them, you would expect small details like that. I mean, because it's all supposed to be about an experience and an environment that you're getting wrapped into, and that just kind of breaks the illusion.
Yeah, I mean, especially if I can see the reflection from the candles in the water, I'd expect to be able to hear somebody's next to me, or if they're shooting from across the street. Maybe that's me. What about you?
The best thing was probably the. Actually, I can think of two, just right off the top of my head.
Why do you get two?
Oh, because I'm special.
Because you're
Because
white.
he didn't have a lot to say.
I haven't played the game.
Because he's white. That's how the game works.
Two best things are going to be the completely immersive environment. Like, they went to excruciating detail. To, they even had good newspaper clippings that you could actually read to bring you into the environment. Everybody, they had vendors bringing you into the environment, and the story. It's got a very good story so far. I'm just about to buy it just for the story itself, which just makes it a really expensive interactive movie in my opinion. But that's besides the point. The two bad things, definitely the worst is the move. The move's terrible. And then after that, it's probably gonna have to be
The move again?
the move again. How about you?
I already said my piece, and I'd like to say, y'all stop hating on my motion controls.
Well, why
I
would
wish
you
they
tell
did it
her to
right.
step up? Yeah.
Okay, I can't argue with that. So, I guess that's all for tonight. Make sure to catch on Friday with our weekly episode. Hope you enjoyed this review. We out.